The Sets of Goat format is going to be a series where we draft and have a deep look at all of the booster packs that came out in the era of Goat format. As this is the first time we were doing this series, we had a lot of time to experiment and edit the rule sets as we see fit. And what we ended up on was the following: 12 booster packs from the selected sets that we were going to draft. We eventually decided that we'll give ourselves as much time as we like in order to get the deck that we wanted from the cards that we obviously pulled from the packs. So the opponent, it will be Skully, and the set will be Legacy of Darkness. So what you're seeing on screen is me building the deck from booster packs that I opened on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack Opening Simulator, and what I did was I opened all the booster packs first, and from there I was able to decide what cards I wanted to take into my Dueling Book deck that I was going to face Skully with. I made some bad decisions at first. Fiend Comedian springs to mind. I actually misread what it said because we gave ourselves a time limit of 10 minutes at first, but then we decided it actually took away from the experience. So from there we took our time and made the deck with no time pressure or anything like that. So on screen now I've got Skully's deck, and of course we're using the same pool of cards, so there's going to be a lot of crossover. But Skully went for more of a dragon strategy than I did. I didn't pull many dragons or their combo pieces, but you see Skully's got the Burst Breaths, he's got the Dragon Dwellings in the Cave, he's got Luster Dragon too. Now that card was very powerful for him. And as you'll see, Heart of Clear Water was a very kind of defining card for all of our games that it was played in. It made it very difficult for both of us to get past it. Well, you may notice I didn't draw a Heart of Clear Water. You will see why it came in useful for me later on, but it was very difficult for either of us to get past. Now my deck, on the other hand, you will see that it's got a lot of jank really. I pulled Possessed Dark Soul, which Skully got none of, but it didn't actually come in as useful as I expected it to, as Skully did not have many level 3 or lower cards for me to steal with it. I was mainly hoping to cheese him out with Bubble Crash, which is kind of like Heavy Slump, but again I managed to resolve it a couple of times, but it didn't really end up mattering in the long run. The final card I just quickly want to mention is Mysterious Guard. This is a card that I kinda knew was there in the Legacy of Darkness, but at the same time it never jumped to the forefront. However, Mysterious Guard did make our Game 1 very interesting. You'll see that later on because at the end of this video I'm going to be showing all the games that we had. I just wanted to finish off by saying that this is the beginning of a new collaboration series. I've had a few requests from YouTubers to do a collaboration on Go format with me, and this is my answer to that. So if anyone wants to have a go at drafting a single set or maybe even a couple of sets of GOAT format booster packs, then you can hit me up by either leaving a comment on this video or getting in touch with me on Discord. Second final point, I just wanted to mention that my microphone comes through very low on this video that I'm about to show you with Skully. I have fixed this issue for future videos, however you may need to adjust your volume so that me and Skully sound a bit louder. I am sorry for this in advance, however we did not want to waste the discussions that we'd had directly after playing this. I think something would have been lost if we had to start again with better sound settings. So enjoy the video and I'll see you on the next one.
It was interesting in this, but in general, I've never been in love with the card.
Yeah, I'm on your first turn at the moment for the replay. We start from there.
Sure. Let's see. One of us should do a share screen.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Here we go.
Let's do that. All right.
So at this point was when we played with the 10-minute time limit to build the decks.
Yeah, I think it's like you said. I think constructed for this is a lot better in general.
Yeah, I mean it's still sealed because we're just going with the 12 packs we used, but the time limit kind of
yeah,
it didn't add anything positive to doing it.
No, and then yeah, exactly. So
This,
This is the play that made this game so much longer than it needed to be.
yeah, like I knew I had outs in my deck to this, but I didn't know how long it was going to take to get to them either.
Yeah, there's me cheating with the second normal summon.
I was hoping that this.
Throwstone.
I was hoping Throwstone was going to be the answer here, and then I realized Heart protects it from monster effects targeting it.
Well, the Heart of Clear Water is not as good as I thought it was. Now I know it's just monster effects, but I guess it would be too good if it was all effects. What do you think of Throwstone unit as a card?
The only deck I could ever see using it in would be like a Last Will Cyberstein deck or something like that. Because there's not many cards that can send themselves to the graveyard, and it's a little extra removal. I mean, Cannon Soldier's probably gonna usually take its spot. Generally, Exiled Forces, but the difference is it's a warrior, so like it's an extra card you can like Rhoda and then tribute off, to use with Last Will. So that's like the only area I think you could use it.
True. Similarly, for winged minion, there's some sort of fiend Last Will deck going on there.
That'd be harder though, because you have to have a like. I guess they're both kind of situational because your opponent has to have something out that you can kill with Rowstone, and Fiend Minion you'd have to have another Fiend out in order to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like the good part about Rowstone is that you can reinforcement it.
There's actually a deck that I'm wanting to showcase soon with Exiled Force and Warrior returning alive of Last Will.
That's cool. So you can see how the rush difference is as Ross played one Skull Knight #2 with nothing else in the deck for
exactly. There's so many bad cards in here, like Fiend Comedian. I thought, because when you're reading, you're just not necessarily taking all the information. I thought it read that you would discard all your cards from the deck, and obviously that is not the case. I thought I could deck you out, perhaps. But...
So at this point, I have Dragon Manipulator, Stamping Destruction, Super Rejuve, Burst Breath, already. Like I'm just begging for Ross to put a dragon out, and then I can do all these combos with all the cards, and it would kill the mysterious card.
Couldn't you have? Is Dragon Manipulator a warrior then?
Yes, I could have rotated it, but you didn't have a warrior. You didn't have a dragon at the time.
Yeah.
So I did think about it. So if I hadn't summoned the Opticlops there, if I had instead just set the which really did me no good summoning that Opticlops. If I had set the Dragon Manipulator, this would have actually worked, but instead Ross tributed. And then he had the Heart of Clearwater, Petition of Darkness combo.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. God, I'm so bad at this game. But
yeah, so then what I was
still used of the Stamping Destruction at this point.
I don't have a dragon, so I needed to get your dragon so I could steal your dragon, play Stamping Destruction, tribute the dragon, use Super Rejuve, and destroy the mysterious card.
Wow, yeah, now that is an elaborate
So here,
but it's a strategy nonetheless. Like, I'm impressed you came up with all that. I mean,
yeah, And the good thing here was Frost was probably hoping at best it would clash the Patricians, but I was able to make Patricians switch to Opticlops and then use the versatility of Bark of the Dark Ruler.
I've got to say as well, I do remember thinking at the time when you said, "Oh, you've ruined my combo." What the hell combo is he thinking of? Right, like what? Could it possibly be? I discarded the Fiend Comedian because I knew I never wasn't going to resolve it, and I knew like Bubble Crash was probably coming soon.
So yeah, then here's one of my outs for this was Ready for Interception. I was able to set it face down, so it lost Heart of Clearwater. I think that was pretty much is going to lead to the end of this set.
Yeah, yeah. This is.
I'll just fast forward to the rest of it.
What's the magic card in the the one you just
discovered? The Puppeteer. You have to banish pretty much you send fiends from your side of the field the exact same level to the grave, and summon one with the same level from the grave.
Right.
So like it really was only going to work with using 4 stars and Opticlopses together. Let's see. Select one fiend monster from your graveyard, remove from play monsters on your side of the field with exactly equal stars, and special summon the selected fiend monster. So it could get back Opticlops potentially. Didn't seem. I didn't keep that in. We did miss the first Bubble Crash here though by fast forwarding of going down this many cards, but we'll see more in the other game.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's it. This game's a wrap. At this point, you're just gonna kill me with
Yeah, Luster Dragon number 2 was great, like every time. This card was useless. Dragon's Bead.
Oh wait, I can't see it.
Dragon's Bead and Royal Oppression were both useless, yeah. I did keep Dragon's Beaded because I didn't know what other cards I might have been good against.
Yeah, Dark of the Buck.
No, it wouldn't even work on that.
Why not?
Because it doesn't target the dragon, right? Oh, yeah, it does.
Attack, I think.
Yeah, I guess it would work on that. Unless, I don't know if you could use it in damage stuff. Probably, it has a negate. We would have had to look up a ruling.
Yeah, for sure. Is this the second game?
Yeah, this is the other side. So this is after we went through our packs again. And
yeah, at this point we
fine-tuned our decks a bit.
Yeah.
Throwstone is a pretty good card for doing this in sealed. Like, you could search it with reinforcements. It's potentially removal. Works with ready for interception.
It's just like a bad exiled force in Goat, obviously, but yeah, in this it was quite good, especially the way I was thinking of playing it, which was take out anything with less than 2,000 attack. But obviously that's not how it works. So this is from your perspective now.
Yes.
Yeah, I had Spear Dragon. That wasn't too useful.
Yeah, 1900's good, but then there's so many things that are just gonna bop over it.
Keep a winged minion or whatever. Just like kill it out.
I put the Throwstone to attack here, hoping that you would attack and I could switch it back face down, then keep out the Hunter. That worked out.
Yeah, I was.
If you had summoned Throwstone there, would have been kind of annoying too, because I would have been able to attack over it next turn.
Well, the Throwstone wouldn't have been any good anyway, right? I would have just taken out your Throwstone.
No, yours would have been 11 because you had the A forces.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I could have made other plays too, but I was just like, I really want to pull off this Super Rejuve Grey Wing stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to wait until I get a dragon. So yeah, this is what you did the next turn anyway, though, was start attacking over my things.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to do it, and then took it back. Right. Hard to believe. Oh yeah, here we go. And then I never got rid of this Grey Wing.
And you had 3 Possessed Dark Souls in your deck at this point, right?
Yes.
Wow, I'm lucky you never got rid of this Grey Wing.
Yeah. Yes, you are. And then Tradition of Darkness. Yeah, it's a wrap from here.
Yeah, I think these first 2 games went by pretty quick.
Yeah, that's fine. I think.
Oh no, you stalled me out for a while with this.
Oh no, here's Lesser Fiend, maybe.
Yeah. Or you might not have summoned it because it would just make you attack the Grey Wing.
Yeah, true.
And still was stalled out here.
Yeah. I wish I had got a Grey Wing, actually. I like cards that allow you to attack twice. Oh, here we go. The old Super Rejuve combo.
Yeah, after the genocide. So since Grey Wing battled both of them, they were destroyed.
So bad.
And I actually gave up my own Heart of Clearwater combo for that.
Couldn't you have done... Oh, right, no. Both are. I was going to say, like, you could have done your Tradition of Darkness, but it would have killed it.
Yeah, no, being able to attack both monsters made a big difference.
What do we think about after the struggle, then?
I mean, the only combo I could ever think of using it for, and you would take so much damage, is if you played it on, I don't even know, I was going to say with scapegoats or something, but yeah, I guess you could, like, ram a goat to kill something, but... yeah, probably not very good.
No. Okay, well, no Grey Wing for you, but so it looks like the focus of this set was like dragons, fiends, and
spirits.
Maybe, yeah.
Spirits.
Yeah. You that was that mirror card that you used to get rid of
Fenching mirror, yeah.
Yeah, Fenching Mirror. If I was smart, I would have saved that. Well, actually, I never got to use it, but when you had Yatagarasu.
This was
at this point, I was feeling pretty good. I swiftly take you out on this game, don't I?
Yeah, this is the game where I was like, why did I keep Lizard Soldier in here? It didn't even work good with Burst Rebirth. Like, it's not even good enough to work with Burst Rebirth. Burst Rebirth was decent, though.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's just too bad that there's no real dragon decks out there apart from your Blue Eyes dragon deck or like Horus or whatever. Oh, here we go. Here comes the cheese. From this moment on, I mean, obviously we won't do it now, but we'll have definitely banned cards from the series. But
I don't think you should ban them.
Well,
there's so few like good cards to begin with when you're doing it this way.
I was thinking more in terms of to avoid the LOB set one to becoming too LOB.
Even that's not that bad, honestly.
Yeah, and also you're doing it with random packs, so it won't resemble anything like a actual LOB pack, I suppose.
LOB would be super boring to do this with.
Yeah, that might be the last one I do. I was when you did Yatagarasu. Can you hover over Fountain of Springs quickly, or whatever it's called?
Oh yeah, did you gain the 500 for Yata?
Yeah, you would have kept on gaining 500 for Yata, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to still Skully out, no problem. If I just keep on playing Susa Soldier, and even if I just had that and Yata, if you try to Yata lock me, then. But that's never quite how Yata lock works, is it?
Well, eventually I would have had to break in the Yata lock or I would have decked myself out. So this card is I literally never used it, but I guess you're right. It could have came up.
Yeah, in theory. Oh, Secret of the Bandit. What do we think of that card?
It's bad because you can't combo it with Mystic Tomato, so it's just pretty useless. I'm wondering, did I screw up at any point with Burst Rebirth and not destroy some of my monsters that should have been destroyed?
Potentially, but, you know, I don't think it would have made a difference.
I was happy you did not hit my Yata. I actually wanted the Ryokushin Clown, but...
Yeah, that card was decent in this format as well.
So at this point, when I drew the Heart of the Underdog, I was like, what the heck do I do? Do I play it and lock myself up? I was like, I want to activate it. Is it worth putting on a 2000 defense monster?
You decided ultimately, no.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to hold on to it for now.
The A-Forces didn't come up as much as I was hoping it would.
It was decent with Throwstone unit, though. I don't think it came up with me when I activated at all.
No. More barks. Yeah, this game is probably my least favorite game that we had. At this point, for me, the novelty was starting to wear off.
I was just like, how am I ever going to get through all these cards at this point? I was assuming that these were all Throwstone units.
Yeah, you always assume the worst case scenario. Mm-hmm. I do that in GOAT format as well, where you just assume like... it probably makes me play too conservative, actually, because I always think, oh, I'm not going to summon anything, because that's definitely a Torrential Tribute face down. And then when it actually is a Torrential Tribute face down, you're like, oh, well, my caution was justified the whole time. I'm never doing that again.
So this was the Bubble Crash here. So you were able to send my card to the graveyard by stealing it with Shadow Tamer, which was cool. And then
that was
my tough choice of what to keep was like, I really wanted to keep the Bark of the Dark Ruler that was in my hand, but I didn't want... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, when you discarded the Bark of the Dark Ruler, I thought, man, his hand must be pretty good.
A Forces was kind of easy to get rid of, and then Burst Breath. I didn't know. I probably should have kept the Bark of the Dark Ruler instead of Burst Breath, but I was like, I have a dragon right now. The only fiend I have right now is Yada.
Yeah, that's the rationale I made as well. I made decisions based on what I had at the time rather than what I could have had. Because there's just no telling. Oh, you have a Bark of the Dark Ruler face down anyway.
Yeah, but I was like, it's so good that I wanted to keep 2 of them. I was like, this could come up the Burst Breath, and then I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I didn't know you had 3 Possessed Dark Souls when I put this on the 4-star. I wasn't even thinking about that, but it did make a big difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've got the Feng Sheng mirror.
Yeah.
So get rid of my Sister Soldier. I know that's coming soon. Yeah.
Overall, not a bad set to play sealed, though.
No. I would definitely do it again.
I've played some other sets sealed that have been really bad. At least in like playing in the sneak previews, they were terrible. And I drew my 3rd Bark of the Dark Ruler there. So at that point, I was like, all right, I hope he just starts trying to attack this winged minion, and that you don't have Bark of Dark Ruler set.
And I completely fell for it. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll fall into that. There was some people who started watching this game, and someone actually figured out that we were doing darkness.
One with Yadalock here.
Yeah, when I saw the last Lock, I was like, yeah, I'll
You did get out of it though. We played it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Broke 1 turn of it. This card was pretty good. I only ever did it once.
I had it in my deck, but I took it out because I don't know, what can it get rid of realistically?
What did I get rid of? Something. I got rid of Possessed Dark.
No, you got rid of your own winged minion.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's really not that good. I never flipped over this Burst Breath, so maybe I didn't cheat with it at all.
Cool. Well, that's about it then.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. The only card that I think is relevant, what we pulled, obviously, there's the known stuff like Reinforcement of the Army and Super Rejuvenation and Azura Priest. But yeah, you've
Bubble Crash, yeah.
Like there may be a little bit of exploring needing to be done on Bubble Crash.
Yeah, I think people have used it before. I'm not sure to what extent though.
Yeah, I'm sure it has been, because it's if heavy slumps, the people who play or create heavy slump, I would imagine are also aware of this card. But between the two, I guess heavy slump is better because it doesn't affect yourself.
Yeah, I mean heavy slump's a more blowout card, but this card you could activate like pretty easy, a lot easier. Just especially 5 cards total. But the fact that it works on yourself is pretty crummy. I mean, I guess if you're playing like a warrior deck that has like that's not playing a ton of cards, you could do this to get like when they go like crazy with Thunder Dragon and everything else. And I don't know, you'd just be filling their graveyard sometimes too, though.
Yeah, you'd be filling their graveyard. It wouldn't be good against Night Assailant.
I don't think it'll work against Night Assailant. You're not discarding your
sending.
Yeah. So it wouldn't trigger Night Assailant.
Wait, is that how Night Assailant is worded?
It says discarded by anything. I'm positive.
Oh, okay. No, when this card is sent to the graveyard, from the hand to the graveyard.
I don't think that's what the GOAT format version of it says.
Okay, well.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's just have a quick look for the sake of 100% isms. When this card is, yeah, the first is when you're sent.
It says sent on all of them. Okay, so I guess you would get it.
Yeah, I would get it.
Well, that's just another reason not to use Bubble Crash.
Yeah, I mean, the argument would be it's a card for bad players, right? Like, you know, you should never be that behind anyway, even though you can't really.
Yeah, because if you're gonna build around it, you're gonna want to build around Heavy Slump instead.
Exactly. So, I suppose what we're really saying is Legacy of Darkness, out of the cards we pulled at least, doesn't really have much to offer.
Well, we didn't learn too much new about it. It was fun though.
Yeah, absolutely. All right then.
All right.